welcome back to Heel Havoc, the show that celebrates the villains, the bad guys, the heels of the TV squared circle, and of course, movies. My name is Gator, and I will take you on a journey through celebrating all the villains and why they are so special to everything that we love about it. Now, I've done a couple different things, but this is actually one of my favorite ones because it is one of my all-time top 3 favorite villains of anything. The Joker. Oh man, doesn't that just send us up your spine? Because yes, I think out of all DC villains, why does the Joker get so much popularity? Why does everybody pay more money to see the Joker? And I think it's just a simple thing. It's because the Joker doesn't want your money. He doesn't want your city. He doesn't even want to win. The Joker wants to prove that deep down you're exactly like him. And that's why he's terrifying. And that's why he is such an awesome villain. I think you can give this role to 100 different actors, and 100 different actors will play it differently because it will be that person's interpretation of what chaos in human form would look like. So, why is the Joker so scary? He isn't. I was like, it's not because he's insane. He's scary because he's free. Not free in a good way, by the way. Free from morality, consequences, social norms, empathy, meaning itself. Most villains, they want power. The Joker wants proof. Proof that everyone is only one bad day away from becoming just like him. And it is that reason why he is I guess you can say the opposite of what Batman represents. And that's why he's Batman's greatest enemy. Because he's his opposite. Batman believes order matters. People can be saved. Justice matters. Like every good guy does. But the Joker, everything is a joke. Morality is an illusion, and everyone breaks eventually. The fight isn't physical as much as it is philosophical, because the Joker doesn't. Now, this has been true in several different forms of the Batman. My favorite has always been The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger. I think he represented true chaos in human form, because I don't think anybody will ever top that performance. Now, don't get me wrong, Joaquin Phoenix did an awesome job, and I think those two are kind of linked, not as far as storyline, but as far as what creates them, which we'll get into in a moment. The Joker believes that everybody's one bad day away, right? So, what is the tipping scale on every single person? Now, he found it with Harvey Dent. He knew you take away the one thing that he loves, it would tip him to that other side while he was sitting there dressed as a nurse. One of my favorite parts of the whole movie, The Dark Knight, basically says he's an agent of chaos. And you know what? One thing about chaos, it's fair. That right there took Harvey Dent and turned him into Two-Face, because at that point, Harvey saw the same world Joker does. So let's jump into one big thing. Does the Joker, Batman's greatest nemesis, actually want to beat Batman? Or does he actually need Batman to even exist? Because without Batman, Joker loses an audience for his performance, or he is proven wrong that not everybody can be one day away. And I think that is the ultimate question in hand when it comes to Batman. Is he one bad day away? Because he had one bad day, and it turned him into Batman, the complete opposite. So while Batman is his polar opposite or complete opposite. Can he actually, does he want to beat him? Or will that just end the game? Or will that just stop it? Does he want it to keep going? Yes, absolutely, because the Joker would not be content unless Batman is doing the same things that he is doing, which kind of is. We talked about that on a previous episode. So, the Joker, an agent of chaos. One of the biggest misconceptions is the Joker doesn't always have a master plan. Sometimes the plan is simply to destroy the plan. He I think he has a concept of what he wants to do, and then he just does. And then he just he doesn't plan on what he's going to do. He plans on what he's going to use: explosives, guns, knives, everything. So he attacks the system in general: law, government, morality, trust. Because what remains after everything collapses? Even at the beginning of The Dark Knight, you see the Joker is robbing mobsters. Now, that is kind of a weird analogy, a bad guy robbing a bad guy's. Why is he doing it? To create a little bit more chaos, to make the mob panic because they're losing money. Not a tremendous big amounts, but they are continuously losing. He targets mob banks, which means he has an understanding of the criminal system. He knows where the mob banks are and how they move their money. That isn't uneducated in that factor. I mean, you have to assume that the Joker is, in fact, an educated man because he knows things. Now, he doesn't want things, but he does know them. And the fact that he knows things and he has zero fear. I mean, most villains are motivated by what? Greed, revenge, power. Big one there, power. And survival, even. The Joker often isn't. That's what makes him so unpredictable when it comes to how he is, because you can't negotiate with someone who doesn't care about winning. When he's robbing the mob, nobody cared. Nobody batted an eye. Even Batman didn't go after it. But how do you get Batman's attention? Well, very simple. You get the mob to pay you to go after Batman. Because if you're good at something, you never do it for free. So I'm wondering, why did he? That was the biggest thing. He could have went without. He could have went after Batman regardless. He could have done that without anything. And he obviously wasn't interested in the money. So what made that turn? I think it was to more maneuver everything and everyone in which way he wanted them to go. He had a master plan. And while he says, "Do I look like a man with a plan?" But I mean, think about all the moving parts. He had the mob paying him just so he can destroy the money. He had Batman chasing him, trying to stop him. He had the police after him, trying to catch him. He had everybody doing exactly what they wanted or what he wanted them to do when he wanted to do them. He even recruited people that were, I mean, I guess you could say mentally challenged or with a psychiatric uh, diagnosis. So he targets, he gets accomplices that aren't right in the head to help him do these things. It's kind of genius. I mean, smart. So, as far as the psychological portion, I think the Joker wants more than anything, like I said, not to win or any greed or money. No money can buy him. He wants validation. His obsession isn't Gotham. It's Batman. If Batman disappeared tomorrow, the Joker would probably go and hide in a cave or go to another town, try to take out something else and make it. I'm sure it's like all that good stuff, but he wants specifically Batman because Batman has a no kill clause. How do you corrupt a man who's incorruptible, uncorruptible? Batman represents everything Joker hates: discipline, purpose, restraint, meaning. The Joker constantly tries to break Batman because if Batman breaks, Joker wins the argument. But the longer this argument goes on, the more dangerous, the more people get killed, the more crimes get broken, everything. Joker doesn't want that to end because it's so much fun. So if he doesn't want to win and he wants this argument to last forever, as he even states at the end when Batman catches him, this is what happened when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. One has to give before the other. Now, now my favorite actual scene in the entire Dark Knight was the interrogation scene. And it showed how little power Batman had over him. Joker's taking a beating and then saying flat out, "You have nothing. Nothing." And he points that out. Because Batman truly had no leverage on the Joker at all. He could have let things go as they are. But he made it a point that killing is a matter of choice. And gave him two choices: the love of woman he loves or the savior of the city, Harvey Dent. Knowing he would choose the woman, he swapped him out. In token, making sure that Batman chose to kill his love, Rachel Dawes. That was such a brilliant and perfect scene because with all the power Batman possesses, he had nothing over the power of will and the power of the Joker. Because while fist to fist, the Joker will not beat Batman in a fight. But he wants Batman to feel and see the world as he sees it. That scene alone I was like, that, in my opinion, that defined the Joker. Because at that point, you know the man can't be bought with anything other than what he wants. Oh, man. So, that being said, you could tell the Joker doesn't want to kill Batman. Killing Batman ends the game, and the game is everything. So Joker has to keep the game going. Otherwise, he won't get his proof or victory. Now, you go back and there's one of the biggest arguments out there when it comes to the Joker is the origin. Now, there's been several origin stories about the Joker, from Jack Nicholson falling into the batter, or the batter of acid and all that, getting scarred permanently. From Heath Ledger's was the most controversial because nobody could park it. Now, I have heard everything from former military to mob assassin, which would explain a lot about how he knows so much about the mob's goings on. But the Joker's actual origin, comes from a dark reflection of Gotham. Think about it. Gotham is, in the DC universe, is a city that creates corruption. It creates inequality, crime, desperation. And the Joker, I think the Joker is the yang to the yin, because he is what happens when someone looks at all that and decides nothing matters. He is not a villain. He is a symptom of the system. Because the Joker, no matter how you look at it, was created by everything bad in the world. So how can you say he's a villain? He is literally he is a cause of effect. So no matter how you point the origin, like even Joaquin Phoenix Joker, why did he do what he did? Why did he become the Joker? Because he was tired of being bullied, put down, overlooked, just completely rejected by society itself until he starts getting happy and takes lives. It's like takes lives of people that were bullying and trying to beat him up. Takes lives of people that he considered hypocrites because they would say one thing and do another. It is, or people that would just flat out make fun of him. So the Joker has so many origins. Nobody is certain on anything. That's why I said earlier, 100 actors would play the Joker 100 different ways. I don't know how to explain Jared Leto's version. We will just pretend like that one didn't exist for the moment. But the Batman and Joker connection goes even further because both were created by trauma no matter what. Batman's trauma, I was like his parents being killed right in front of him, it created purpose. The Joker's trauma, whatever it may have been, created destruction. Both experienced suffering. One found meaning, one rejected it. Both of them, though, did find purpose in it. That's why the rivalry endures, because neither one of them wants to let the other one win. So, if the Joker was created by Gotham, are you saying this? Is it? Now, ask this of yourself. If the Joker was created by Gotham, is that the city itself creates monsters? Then that means the Joker, like I said, is cause effect, symptom. He's a product. And if it's true, who's really responsible for the Joker? What happened on his bad day? That is a great question to me, to be honest. And one of the weirdest things, and this absolutely sounds crazy, and I know it does, but hear me out. The Joker wants everyone to be honest. I mean, think about it. He constantly exposes hypocrisy, corruption, hidden motives, and false virtue. His methods are monstrous, but his observations aren't entirely wrong. That's why audience find him so fascinating, because the Joker is a direct reflection of humanity in its most chaotic form. So, why does the Joker want everybody to just stop pretending? I mean, that's pretty much what he's wanting to do. He's wanting everybody to wake up one day and stop pretending like all of this matters and let's just chaos reign. You feel like if you're angry, be angry. You want to fight someone, beat them up, beat them up. You want to do this, you want to do that. You want to get back at this person, do it. Why hold back? That is the true Joker. So, is the Joker really evil? Or is he just honest about human nature? I mean, the Joker believes given enough pressure, heroes fail, good people break, and morality collapse. And sometimes Gotham proves him right. But if you actually want to take that into modern world, I mean the real world, not the DC universe, the truth behind that is so scary, and I think that's why the Joker, everybody relates to the Joker on certain things. You look at all the different things that have happened over the past. I mean, I myself has survived three into the world, no, four into the worlds, at least 4 or 5 virus breakouts, things like that. I mean, we even had the murder hornets. I think we skipped that one. It didn't last that long, just a couple weeks. They've made their way down to Texas. We popped them on the grill and we're done. But I mean, think about all the chaos that happened during even COVID, when people flocked and bought all the groceries they could, all the toilet paper, for the love of God. I may be dead, but damn it, Mom, I have a squeaky clean ass. So is the Joker really wrong? To be honest, I mean, I think that's more of a how you interpret people in general versus as human nature, or are we just all pretending to be good whenever people are looking? I think that's why so many people like to videotape themselves giving money to the homeless or doing good things for homeless people. Not that it makes them feel good, but just for the likes and everybody will think that they're a good guy when maybe they're just hiding that they're an asshole in real. So, and even the heroes fail portion of the DC universe. How many times have heroes failed in that? Or how many bad heroes have made bad decisions, not for the good, but just because of what they wanted over the right? So, but I think that's why fans love the Joker. He represents something people secretly fear, some people secretly desire or want. That civilization is thinner than we think, that beneath the rules there's chaos, and chaos is always waiting to be unleashed. And that is absolute truth when it comes to that. I mean, literally, I want to think y'all, whenever y'all are listening to this right now, pause. I want y'all to think of the worst day you've ever had and what kept you on the straight path versus taking that left turn and going off the deep end. Whether it be a child, family, best friend called you at the right time, there was something that stopped you, but there was nothing stopping the Joker. He had just had enough. And now he wants to prove that everybody has their breaking point. So, that being said, we know the Joker is, in my opinion, the best DC Universe villain because he is the only one that doesn't want something. He just wants to prove everybody's like him. And secretly, if you think about that, isn't he just trying to prove that he's not alone? That he is not the only one? That he isn't crazy? He's trying to prove that he himself is normal. And the Joker isn't terrifying because he's crazy. He's terrifying because he looks at the same world we do and laughs. Not because it's funny, because he thinks nothing matters. I know it's a short podcast, even over the Joker. I could actually go through several different kinds. Like I said, Heath Ledger's my favorite. Cesar Romero started out the Joker in the Batman series. Even his Joker was just a funny gag going, just irritant of Batman. Jack Nicholson, who everybody thought nobody would top Jack until Heath came along. The Joker is, in my opinion, the best villain because everybody can interpret him differently, see him differently, and picture themselves in his shoes. That being said, we are going to call this podcast a podcast and get on with it. Thank you very much for tuning in, as I always love. And if you want to hear me talk, if I haven't talked about a topic that you want to hear about, that you want to get into, I would love to hear from you. Drop me a line. I will be happy to go back, do some research. Maybe I know a lot about a villain that you secretly are a fan of, and I'll be happy to talk about it live. Which I just updated my system, so we're going to be going live here pretty soon. Uh, that way I can answer your questions in real time. But have a great one. As always, tune into Heel Havoc every single Wednesday, because here it's good to be bad.